In the mid-80s, I was studying Chinese medicine. And in my study of Chinese medicine, of course, I studied what some people call the five element, which I never really liked that term because my experience of it, which was validated by a Korean or actually a Vietnamese acupuncturist who was amazingly advanced in the field, and we definitely agreed that it wasn't an element, that it was a dynamic. It was something that was constantly alive. And in studying human development, I also became aware that a lot of the textbooks taught about stages of development that people went through. But what really interested me more is how do people manage their life on an ongoing basis. So there was some very good research at that time done on the brain, on something that was called the triune brain, where they looked at the reptilian brain, and they looked at the limbic brain, and they looked at the neo-cortex, which is basically the mental and creative. And I said, okay, first it's really not a triune brain. There is four elements. And those look real close to what we have in the five dynamics of health. And what is missing is a relationship to the heart to integrate those various functions. So then I also looked at the fact that primarily we're programmed in our childhood and that we are programmed in our family, and each element of our brain, the connective brain, which is kind of the emotional, limbic brain, the basically a reptilian brain and frontal cortex, which has a lot to do with how do we survive, which has to do with the will to live, which has to do with the ability to achieve our goal, the cognitive brain, the creative imagination, were very much like an inner family system. So I created what I call the inner family, and then created a tool to understand the relationship between the energetic of the heart in integrating and healing trauma in the inner family to restore effectiveness and personal empowerment. And so that's the foundation of the psycho-spiritual work that I do now.